What is going on, we're just trying to set up this stream, making sure it's actually going live. And of course, it's going to tell me it's not, even though I have a feeling it is. There we go. And let me see here. Just bear with me, guys. I'm just setting the game in case anyone looks for it. So we are playing on the PS5, but I do have my PS5 right next to my PC because I use the monitor to play off the PS5. So that's why you're hearing me typing on a computer, if you heard it. But I'm assuming you did. There we go. Should be maybe ish. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Where did I leave off? So I think this one's the wood. Yep. So basically what I was working on is I did a video which I don't think it posted yet. But the video that I did, a lot of people don't believe that I actually fill in rivers and lakes and oceans and stuff. So this, and the video that'll probably come out later, shows you that I do. As you can see, I have been filling this in. Now, I don't fill it in completely. What I mean by that is if you come to the other side of this bridge, I haven't done anything on this side yet, you'll see what I mean. I do backfill a lot, but I don't fill it in completely. I just make sure it's enough so that, like, if I decide to do crops over there, it's not an issue or anything. But as you can see, I only go so far down. Now, on this side, I will go all the way down, at least from the bridge. But I probably only go about 5 down. Actually, you know what? This bridge, I won't go all the way down. The one over here, that part where that little 1x1 is right there, going up to that spot, that will be filled all the way down. But up till here, it'll probably be just to right there. I don't know why I do it. I mean, well, as far as this, I do it because we're still on the first map and I want to fill in the whole first map. And I don't want a huge part of it being a river. So that's why I'm doing this part. Just because that's going to be my main building where I live, and then I'm going to want buildings where the villagers are going to be at. So obviously I'm going to need more space for them. So, but for those of you who don't know, if you have not seen any of my past videos on Minecraft, I know that there's villages in the game. I've played the game forever. But I prefer to make my own villages. I mean, if one happens to be in the area, like in the immediate area, I have taken it over before. But if I'm going to rebuild a village anyway, I figure why not just do it from scratch and just kind of have my own thing here. So as of right now, I am just filling this all in. And then I'm not going to leave this one deep. I'll fill most of this in too, but I'm not sure how much. I'll probably leave a couple lakes here and there just to have water. But as you guys can see, there's kind of a lot of water on this map anyway. So yeah, that's where we're at. I did all the torches. I still don't have a roof on my house yet. I need to make one. I would like to do it with the oak trees, the brown ones that are out there. And I don't think I have enough to fill in the roof just yet. I don't. That is all I have, these ones here. These 3 stacks. So, but yeah, I want to fill in the roof with that. But on top of that, I'm going to need more torches, which I have some. This one? Yeah, I only have 44, so I'm going to need more torches to fill in the roof too. That way nothing's spawning up on top of the house anyway. So I haven't really messed with that, but at least we have a enclosure here. This guy will not stop spawning here. I'm tempted to just kill him. I think if you kill him, he stays gone for quite some time. Eventually, he still respawns with this llamas and stuff again, but I am tempted to just kill him just to get rid of him for a bit, but I don't know just yet. So as of right now, this is just going to be a chill stream. I don't have anything planned other than to kind of run around and make sure I'm doing what I need to be. My overall goal, not for the stream, but for this, I guess, point in time with this map is just filling in this first map. So I need to finish my house, and then from there I will start building little houses on the outside over here. But I need to flatten all this out first. I don't have to flatten it out. I could leave it the way it is, but I'd like to flatten it out. And then build little houses for the villagers that we are going to make. And I don't mind these oak trees, but I hate cutting them down because of ones like this where it's just all up in there. I know ones like this that I used to do, I would just set them on fire and just kind of let Mother Nature take its course, burn it down. But I don't know yet. I did not realize, I should have realized, I didn't realize there's so much sand right here. I went all the way over that way to get sand before to make glass. Okay. Also, I know there's a desert, but it's way over there. So. What to do, what to do. I could replant some of the oak trees as well. Because I think when you replant them, for the most part, they don't grow like that. They can, but for the most part, they won't. They'll just grow like these small ones here. And then this is the border right here of the edge of the map. So, just debating on whether I want to do all the dirt, or if I want to do the trees, or how I want to do it. Probably going to do all the dirt, and then just leave the trees there and come back for the trees. Because I'm going to need the dirt to fill in the river anyway. Because I ran out of dirt in the village. I have a ton on me still. But I say in the village, but in my building I only have a little bit of dirt. Or actually, I think I might have the last bit of dirt on me. Which I can do that. And it looks like the sun's right there, but I don't think so. It's getting kind of dark. Granted, it's raining, but let's see if it'll let us sleep. Because the torches are kind of lighting up more, so it might be close to nighttime. Yep, okay. Perfect. Alright, let's see here. And I guess we can just go fill in more of the river. Which over here, I mean, I'll fill that in, but over here, I probably won't fill out too far this way, just because it's off the map. I mean, it'll still be on the second map, and the river's kind of thick, so I'll probably fill it in some, but I don't think I'll do the whole thing. I'll probably just make it like a more narrow river, but I don't know just yet. Like overall, I mean. And then I also did not get a video out today, so that's kind of why I'm doing the live thing now. I had one that created, but didn't get to edit it. A few things happened, so I am behind on my videos. keep looking up because they still spawn in here. At least while it's this deep anyway. I don't think they'll spawn when it's up here, like when it's just one deep. But I'm not 100% sure on that. I haven't played this game in quite some time. I mean, but I did do the new map because of the latest update. I knew about the Warden when they came out with him, but I've never actually killed one, and I didn't know how they worked. I heard that they put him into the game when he first came in the game, which they've changed it since then too. But when he first came in the game, as soon as you walk on the stuff that like triggers, and I was scared to go in caves again. So that was my experience with him. And then now they know where he lives, and he only comes out in that area. So, but I have not even went down there yet. Although I hear there's good loot down there, but I have not tried it yet. From my understanding, he is the hardest boss in the game, which I wouldn't even really consider him a boss, but he is the hardest creature to kill in the game. And it's a shame that I keep covering up all this clay. Although I heard that, I don't know how true this is, I don't know how long it's been around, but I guess if you get mud, you can actually, I was gonna say I heard him. But I guess if you get mud, you can actually make clay now. Like you can turn mud blocks into clay blocks. But I have not tested it yet. I've seen a couple of videos on it. So, worst case scenario, we'll just make our own. I'm definitely not digging all this back up though, I'll tell you that. Are you coming over here, dude? Stop making that sound. Almost as bad as a creeper. Oh, and believe it or not, I don't know when they did this, but I actually got a, not a copyright strike, but I got a warning on one of my Minecraft videos. I guess some of the organs that play music or whatever, some of the organs that are in the game that play music, they have copyright on them. It didn't come out as a copyright strike, but I'm basically sharing revenue with the makers of that song. But that's the first time that's ever happened. I've had tons of Minecraft videos, and that is the first time it's ever happened, so I found that interesting. I don't know if it was a new song they put in the game, or maybe it just never captured the whole thing. I have no idea. But I don't know, I found it interesting. So if you guys are playing Minecraft and you're a streamer or you are a content creator, anything, just be careful with the music, even on Minecraft now. Come on, get up there. There we go. It's just sitting over there. So basically what I'm doing, I'm not going to fill in the entire thing right now. I mean, like I said, it's going to be a pretty chill stream anyway. I'm not going to be getting into any action or anything like that. At least not that I'm aware of. But we are playing on hardcore. Like I said, I am playing on PS5. For those of you that don't know who I am, I don't know, I think I said it at the beginning, but I am ChaosEclipse. I have been streaming for... or just, I guess, making content. I shouldn't say streaming because I don't stream that much, actually. But I have been making videos since, I want to say, let's see, what is it? It's 2023 now, so I want to say 2020? That can't be right. 2021. I think it's 2021. I created the account a long time ago. I had a video posted in 2015 or 2017, but I was just messing around with it. I didn't actually have intentions of making the channel to where I had videos and stuff like that, but I have gotten more serious with it over the years and everything. Dude, get out of here. I plan on making a career out of it if possible. If not, no harm, no foul, but I would like to. But we'll see what happens with that. Currently, I'm at 1.84 subscribers. Almost 1.85. K, that is. So, 1,848, I think it is, currently. My goal, which don't know if it's ever going to happen. It's going to be interesting if it does. My goal by the end of the year is to get to 100,000. And believe it or not, that is asking a lot. Because with the progress that my channel has made lately, I mean, it's making progress, don't get me wrong, but it's not exactly like taking off. But I also know I'm not the most engaging person in the world. Like, I know my weaknesses. So, I get it. Plus, there's pretty women out there to look at for all the people that are looking for someone to watch. Where, dude, really? Where at the moment, I don't even have like a camera or anything. Which, technically, I do have a camera. I just have not used it. I plan on it. Have planned on it, but it just hasn't really worked out just yet. So, nothing yet. We'll see what happens with that, though. And for those of you that don't know, the reason why I have all of this, what is this stuff called? Sugarcane, is because of the ability it has to make paper out of it. So, eventually I'm going to be needing it for books so that I can make spells. Or not spells, but books so I can make enchantments. Stuff. But of course, we are also going to need cows to make a farm, which means I'm going to need their leather to finish up with the books. And I just haven't done that part yet either, so. But I will get the cows going. More concerned about having a place for them to live anyway. I mean, it's not really going to help if I have cows there and you know, nothing to actually feed them with constantly. So I need to make sure that I have a farm up and going and everything else. But in the meantime, the sugar cane is easy to grow. You literally just put it on the edge of water like so. And it grows 3 high. Usually this is how I do it. I just chop off the first 2 blocks here off the top of the sugar cane. And then I'll let it continue to grow from there. Obviously you can take all 3 blocks from it. So if I wanted to, like this one here, I could take that 3rd block too, but then it's not going to grow because obviously there's nothing there. So you do have to have 1 down in order for it to continually grow. So that is that. And usually it grows back pretty quick. There might be some over here that already have a second one back on it. And there's not. Way to make a liar out of me, game. But basically anywhere there is water, you can put it down on a ledge. So like I would be able to put it here. I'll show you over here. I would be able to put it here, but not here. Like I'm hitting the button and it won't let me do it. So, but you can do it on the edge of the water anywhere. And we're going to go to sleep because the sun just went down. Oh, there we go. Let's see. I don't remember where I have been putting this stuff. This one. There we go. Trees in there. Food would go in here. I don't know if that counts as food, the ink sac. I don't think it does. We'll put it in here with this stuff. Oh, I already have some. Didn't realize I did. Creepers are always fun. I have not seen any zombie villagers in this area, but yet when I was running around, or even over by the village, I've seen tons of them over by the villages, but none here in my makeshift area, at least not yet. But that's kind of good because I don't really have any golden apples or splash potions of weakness or anything like that. And in fact, I might actually switch to another game, guys. I've seen, I think it's on sale right now. I've seen a game called Orcs Must Die 3. It's more like a tower defense type game, but it looks really fun. You can do 2 players online and stuff. I think right now it's only like $29.99 or $39.99. And I think for PS5, if I'm not mistaken, it actually came out on the 8th of this month. They had previous ones that I never played, but the previous ones they didn't look as exciting as this 3rd installment of the game, and obviously the game is popular. They wouldn't have made 3 of them, although I can't really say that either, because sometimes that's not always the case. But it does look interesting, so I was thinking about playing that too. But I would need to buy it and install it, so I might end up doing that, but it's also getting pretty late. Could always be playing something else, but I'm not sure what else I could play that's not going to be distracting, because if people start talking in the chat, which don't know if that's going to happen because that almost never does, but if people start talking in the chat, I'd at least like to be able to pay attention to them and not focus too hard on the game. That's why it's a chill stream, just hanging out with all my friends in chat. Hey chat, how's it going? Yep, love you guys too. Awesome. So do me a favor, chat. While you guys are here, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourselves? Oh yeah? Awesome. Awesome. Yep, I like riding horses too. I'm just being sarcastic, guys. There's clearly no one in chat. But also, didn't want you guys thinking I was talking like someone on maybe another platform like TikTok or something like that. So, yep, just being sarcastic. Did have a couple people stop by on this one. Appreciate you guys, even if you come back to this video and watch it at a later point, because they're not in here anymore. So, when you did stop in, even though you didn't say anything, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. I really do. Oh, what other games could I play? I've been seeing a lot of people do Rocket League, and I could definitely do Rocket League, but I'm not gonna lie, that game kind of makes me mad sometimes, and I don't want to become these other people that are online. Like I see them streaming, and something happens, they end up losing, and they start blaming their teammates, or they start blaming lag. Like, I've done that before. And then after I blame my teammate, like, that's not a good feeling, man. You know it's not your teammate's fault. So, but I could. But then again, people will probably be like, can I join your game? And I don't really know if I want to play someone a 1v1 on Rocket League or anything like that. Especially with, you know, just the trolls out there in general. So... Oh, someone stopped in. I was talking to myself. They left. Awesome. Awesome. Once again, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. If you come back to the channel, don't forget to drop a sub if you're not subscribed. It would mean the world to me. It would help me stop my my actual employment, which would be awesome. It's funny because I think my current supervisor knows that I have a YouTube channel. I don't know if he knows what my YouTube channel is, but technically I don't want to badmouth the company, but I'd love to quit that place. I think he knows that though. I'm pretty sure I told him. Actually, I know I told him. Yeah. In a nice way. I didn't like cuss him out or anything, or tell him I hate the job and can't wait to quit or anything. But, yeah. It'd be nice to quit though. Kind of do my own thing. Not worry about it. Getting too old. Working a constant job, 9 to 5. It's rough, man. It is. Wake up in the morning, use, you know, my arm just to kind of prop myself up and sit up out of bed, and instantly my wrist hurts itself. Like, yeah, that's not cool. I think I should start taking those one-a-day pills for my age. I don't want to be one of those people hooked on painkillers, though. I'm not promoting drugs, I promise. It's painkillers. And I'm not hooked on them. Someone else just stopped by, that's why I was laughing. I don't know if you guys can see it. It tells me like how many people are watching. It doesn't say who, but at the bottom of the screen it says like 1 person watching, 2 people watching. It's always going to say 1 because I watch, the way I do it, because I don't use like Stream Deck, I think it's called. I don't use that because, like I said, I stream directly from the PS5 and I have my PC next to it, so I watch myself on my own stream from my computer and I have the chat live on the computer. That way if someone does say something and it doesn't pop up right away on the PlayStation, because I've had that issue in the past, I can at least see it if I look over at my PC. So that's how I have it set up. So it'll always say that there's 1 person watching, but every now and then it says 2 people watching. And that's why I started laughing, because just now when I was talking about, hey, it's not drugs, YouTube, someone was in here and they left. So it was funny. At least to me it was. Over there. That's what I meant by cut off, like just a point where it can like end up making it a square that's not attached or whatever. I mean, it's not really a cut off, but that's just what I call it. Ooh, coal. I need coal. That's actually why I don't have any of the oak wood, because I had a lot of the oak wood and I ended up starting to cook it for charcoal so that I can make all the torches. But now I need coal or charcoal and I don't really have any. I mean, I still have some charcoal, but at the same time I still need to cook stuff, so I've just been saving it. But that is okay. Take a whole bunch of this stuff. And we're not going to fill this in because actually I think 63, this level here is I think the level it needs to be at, but we're not going to fill it in. We'll leave it for now because we're probably going to come back to that anyway and fill it in later. I think I platinumed this game back on PS3, question mark. And then I never did it on PS4. And technically, I don't think there is a PS5 version. I mean, I'm playing on PS5, but I don't think there's a actual PS5 version. If they do come out with a PS5 version, I want to go back. I want to platinum it on the PS4, which I don't think I need that much more. And then I'll take a look at whatever is needed to do it on the PS5 again. I know, but I wasn't really pushing for it either. So like the things that I need are stuff that you're not going to get randomly. It's stuff you actually have to aim for, like the I think it's called Sniper Duel, where you shoot a skeleton from like over 50 blocks or whatever, and you win. Where you get a skeleton to kill a creeper with his arrows. So you kind of just got to stand between them, and hopefully he'll hit the creeper every now and then and eventually kill it. Which the best way to do that one is probably hit the creeper a couple times and then just have the skeleton hit it once. But for the most part, I don't obviously stay awake at night. Like, I go to sleep at night. But we're also trying to currently what's it called? Just get through the crafting and everything, so I've been sleeping all the nights anyway, so it's not really helping anything as far as like needing to do stuff with skeletons and everything. Same reason I don't have any zombie villagers yet, plus I don't really want the zombie villagers yet anyway. Like, another portal to be able to make the potions, the potion of weakness, so that I can turn these zombie villagers into villagers. But even at that point, I don't really have a bed for them. So that means that the first one I do will end up trying to take my bed, and I think that actually resets your spawn. Which, I mean, I could always make more beds, but I'd rather wait until I actually have beds for them and housing as well, because I don't want them just standing around inside my place. We're just going to drop off a lot of this dirt. Yeah, see, this is where I normally keep the dirt, so we are out of dirt. So this is all dirt that will go to a good cause as far as, yeah, see, there's the coal and charcoal I've been using. As far as filling in the river. And throw that in there. Oh, did I accidentally... I could have swore I had more than one cobblestone in my thing here. Maybe it was the what's it called? Gravel that I threw in there. I don't know. I could have swore there was at least two though. And we can probably make another shovel, like so. I don't know why I do this. I always make way too many tools and then I don't have space for anything else. Like, I can see you needing like a wooden one or a stone one and having this many copies. But with a diamond, you probably only need one, maybe two. And if you need two, most of the time it's either going to be shovels and pickaxes, but you probably don't need two swords and you probably don't need two wooden axes. And I don't know why I'm carrying around the hoe. But yeah, so I should probably free up my inventory space. I will eventually though. At the moment though, I mean, we'll keep everything that we have just because we are digging a lot and we're going to go through shovels pretty quick. We're going to go through picks. Actually, the only thing we're not going to go through is the hoe and the swords. But the shovels, the regular axe, the pickaxe, and even the wooden axe, we're going to go through all those pretty quick. Because we're going to be chopping down all these trees in this area as well. Which, technically, this is the border here, so we don't need any of those trees. But we do need the ones there and the ones over there. At least for now, anyway. We'll get around to doing more of those as well, but for now we don't need any. Oops. I'm gonna leave that. See, and that's a bad habit for me too, is like sometimes I'll do things like this. I'll make an extra little hole and I'll instinctively fill it in right away. But I'm trying to cut back on that because like right now we're just flattening out the land. So if I fill that back in, that's just going to be something I'm going to end up digging up later anyway. So, hello person that came into my video. How are you today? They're probably going to leave immediately and not say anything. Yep. I knew it. I knew it. It's the only thing I don't like about YouTube. I mean, I'm sure I can probably set it up because I've never really messed with stuff on the PC. I'm sure I could set it up to see like who the names of people are when they come in. But right now I just have it set up like standard, so it's literally just showing me the live chat. So it just shows um, like literally just the live chat, and if they don't say anything, then obviously no one says anything, or not that no one says anything, but like it'll just show um, just the chat. It won't show anything else. Um, and clicking on it, I could switch it to participants. But even switching it to participants, and that blocks out the chat. How can you not have both of those, really? Would I have to have up two? Can I pull up two at the same time? Yeah, no, I'm just standing here, guys. My apologies. I'm trying to see here, because I think I can. So if I do that there, nope, that there, and then this here, switch that to live chat, take this screen, place it there like so. Maybe that'll work, question mark. But now I have like a whole bunch of screens open on my computer, so that's not really going to help me, but we will figure it out. It says there's 3 people watching right now, but that's probably me just clicking on stuff, so it's counting my multiple self watching my multiple selves. Oh, more stuff over here. I don't remember what these ink sacs are used for. I know you can use them for dye, or at least I think you can. But I don't know if they're used for anything else. They're probably used for like some spells and stuff. Also, I don't know why I keep calling it spells. I'm talking about potions. I have room? Yeah, I got room. We'll leave that. Yeah, so I have one chat set to the live chat, so that way if anyone says anything, I can see the chat there immediately. And then I have another one open that just shows participants, which should show when people come in the room, it'll actually show their name, if I'm doing it correctly, which I'm probably not, because like I said, I don't stream very much anyway. But hey, if you're someone that that does subscribe to my YouTube channel and you come across this video afterwards, thank you for that. I appreciate you guys. Well, if you stay and watch the whole thing. I mean, you know, even if you just click on it and you watch part of it, thank you. It does mean a lot. It really does. But see, right now, it's, what is it, Saturday? Saturday night? Minecraft is probably the last thing I should be streaming. I should be streaming something action-packed and fun, where people can get laughs out of it, like a scary game. But I don't really have any more scary games. The last one I played was, oh, what was the name of it? You guys know the one where it's pretty much night vision the whole time in the game? The second one was something whistleblower. Oh, I can't even think of it. Whatever, it's on my playlist, guys. You know what I'm talking about if you watched it. But that's pretty much the only scary game I have anymore. No, that's not true. I got Five Nights at Freddy's, the security breach one. Never finished that. I should get back into that. I stopped when you get down to the basement and you run into the animatronics with no skins on them. With no like texture, well, not texture packs. I mean, yeah, I guess basically they don't have any skins. They just look like robots. Just wires and pipes and stuff. That's pretty much where I stopped. I was like, join me in the next one when we find out more on Dragon Ball Z. That's not what I said. But yeah, I was like, you know, join me in the next one, and then I never did a next one. But I do that a lot. I have an ADD thing, guys, with video games. Plus, if not too many people are asking for me to go back to a game, more than likely I won't. Unless I personally enjoy it. Like, if I personally enjoy the game. I liked the security breach one, the Five Nights at Freddy's. But horror games aren't really my thing. It's not that I'm like, oh, I'm scared, and I don't want to play it by myself. Just horror games, I don't like playing them. I like games that are relaxing like this, where you can just come in, you do brainless stuff and just, you know, craft stuff. You can be creative. You can make your own thing, like you can personalize it basically. So like that's why I like doing the villages myself, because I can personalize the way I want my village built and everything. I can personalize how I want the villagers, like their professions, especially now that, I mean, I don't know when they started doing this, but it's been a while. Especially now when, like, if you get a villager and you place like the cartography table there, the villager that you're going to get is going to be a cartographer. So I mean, now that you can like personalize stuff like that, it made the game more attractive to me. But it's not a fast-paced game or anything, but it's exciting to me. It's something that I enjoy. It's relaxing where I don't have to focus too much. I can kind of chill, relax, and do what I want while I'm talking with you guys. And then the other type of games that I do like are action-packed, fast-paced type games. I never really used to play turn-based games, even just because they felt really slow to me. Until probably, it wasn't even Final Fantasy that got me into that. It was, I'm gonna butcher the name of this. I'm sure someone's gonna correct me in chat later on or something. It was the Legend of Legaia, that game. And I've actually been looking at streaming that one. I found an emulator where you can play it through your browser. But the problem is, I don't think you can save the game. And that game is ridiculously long. But it's probably one of the only turn-based style games I have ever beat. Even with Final Fantasy, I've never really beat it. I know how Final Fantasy ends. I know how they all end. But I've never beat the Final Fantasy games. Normally I'll play till, like in 7, when you get the airship and you've already have, what is it, the Emerald Dragon, I think is what it's called. I don't even remember what it's called. Where the dragon's on the map and you can go fight them. Like, that's basically where I stop, because I start doing a whole bunch of side stuff and I never get back into the game. In fact, I think that's where I'm at right now in that game. But yeah, I mean, Legend of Legaia, or Legaia, whatever it's called, that one was, the story was intriguing to me. It was something that I highly enjoyed because, I mean, even though there were side quests and everything, I wanted to know, like, I had, what's it called? I don't know, I was motivated to know how the game ends, which it's not that I wasn't in Final Fantasy, but I was just more motivated in the other one. So I played it and I actually got through it. And you know what? The game was awesome. I love that game. I'm hoping that one day they will turn it into a PS5 game. I'm not asking for a remake. In fact, I don't normally like remakes, just because, don't get me wrong, remakes can be very awesome. They can be very cool. They can be very enjoyable. But I don't want developers out there not being creative. The whole thing I like about video games in general, like we were just talking about, is the creativeness of them. I'm tired of seeing games remade. I really am. Sorry, and I just had to cough there for a second, so I muted my mic. Um, but yeah, I'm tired of seeing games remade, as far as uh, like the Resident Evil games. Don't get me wrong, they're great games. They're absolutely amazing. I like Resident Evil, but like, do something different. At least when they redid the Final Fantasy VII, from my understanding, I don't know because I didn't even play through the whole thing. They did it differently. So I don't know though. Because like I said, didn't play through the whole thing. But I would prefer that they make entirely new games and stop making remakes. But at the same time, I mean, some of the remakes are okay. I'm looking forward to if they do a kind of a revival on Twisted Metal. Although that one has always been sort of a remake anyway with Twisted Metal. I mean, it's always Calypso, it's always the tournament, it's always people looking for wishes. So I don't think that that one's really going to count if they ever do it. I know there's been talk of, what is it, the Legacy of Kain series. I think that would be awesome. I'd love to see it in the newer, better graphics, especially the ones with the Soul Reaver, Raziel. That was by far one of my favorite PlayStation games. So if they do a remake of that, I'd love that. And I know the world doesn't revolve around me or anything, but I mean, you know, I'd just like for them to stick with the newer games, and I'm sure that people out there, the ones that were remade, they're happy because that was their favorite game, just like I would be happy if they remade my favorite one, but I don't know. Plus the PS5, the only thing I don't like about it at the moment is a ton of their new quote-unquote games they're all 2D. They're platformers. And that kind of makes me mad. I don't care about graphics, obviously, since I'm playing Minecraft, but I want open world games where I can go and explore stuff, not stuff from be just side scrolling on the same screen on a PS5. Like, it's not why I bought a PS5. I can go play my NES if I wanted a side scrolling game. But what about you, other person that came in chat? Or did you already leave? Or am I calling you out and I'm going to scare you off? I know a lot of people don't like being called out. And the whole thing on my computer isn't working because it just shows me as a participant. It doesn't show anyone in chat. But my PlayStation said someone came in. So I don't know. Maybe it's broken. I'm just talking to ghosts. Oh, but anyway, back to what I was saying. So, like, the majority of the games I like playing, they can be fast-paced. They're not always fast-paced, but, obviously I like ones like this, like I was saying, that are just kind of chill, relax, you do whatever you want, and take your time. But I also do like fast-paced games. Racing games are fun. When I was younger, and I mean a lot younger, when I was younger, I used to be big time into fighting games. I would play the crap out of Street Fighter. I would play the crap out of Mortal Kombat, just any type of fighting games I could get my hand on, really. Marvel vs. Capcom, anything. And now, like, I have no problem playing fighting games, but I've kind of gotten away from them. They don't give me that much more excitement anymore. Although I did see, I think it's the newest Street Fighter 6. I think you can actually make your own fighter. You can customize them, kind of like how you can do in like the NBA games and the NFL games, and like start from like as a rookie or whatever. I think you can do that in Street Fighter, and I think that that's a pretty cool concept. Yeah, see, it said someone was in here, and now they just left, so maybe someone was in here and they just got bored of me talking. I don't know. I never said anything, though. Thanks for stopping by! What was I saying? Oh, yeah, but so fast-paced games. Racing games, I like racing games, but I like playing them with other people. One of my biggest things lately has been any type of like survival game. I love survival games, but some of them just aren't made the way I'd like for them to be made. But that's just kind of nitpicking at things, you know, like not every survival game is going to be the exact same. So, hi person that came in and then left. You guys are amazing. Thanks for the views. Even if it's 2 seconds, I appreciate you guys. Love y'all. How you doing today? You guys are awesome. What else? What else? Fast-paced games. Fast-paced. I do play a lot of Rocket League. I'm not good at it though. I think my max rank I've ever gotten was champion. And a lot of people won't agree with how I got it because I got champion only when they switched the Rumble over to ranked, because my champion was in Rumble. It was not in like 1v1 or 2v2 or it was literally in Rumble, and that was it. A lot of people are like, oh, it's Rumble, it's all luck anyway, you know, get good, scrub, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, to me, Rumble, if you can get champion in that or higher, I mean, that's just my opinion, but if you can get champion or higher in that, I would think it takes skill anyway, because you have to know when to use your powers, you have to know what you should be using the powers for, not just be like, oh, I got a glove, let me instantly punch it, as soon as it's in front of the goal, like, I mean, that glove can also be used to save if you do it at the right time. Like, it just depends, you know? Like, same thing with the plungers. Everyone's like, oh, you got an easy goal because you had a plunger or because you had spikes. Like, you have no idea what I've done with spikes and plungers before. I'm not saying it was absolutely amazing, but I mean, it was pretty fucking amazing, guys. Like, you should go and watch my stuff. I probably don't have any of that on camera. But go watch it, guys. Give me those views. I want them. Tired of asking, guys. I'm going to start taking views. I'm just going to go to people's houses. I'm going to knock on somebody's door. And I'm just going to be like, hey, like, you got a YouTube channel? They're going to be like, yeah. And I'm be like, cool. Like, check out this guy's videos. He's awesome. And be like, hey, who is this crappy guy? I'm like, that's me. And they're going to be like, oh, okay, my bad. I meant he's pretty good. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. And then we're going to become instant friends and everything's going to be cool from there. But then if I go to their house and they're like, I don't got a YouTube. I'm like, hey, man, do me a favor. Create a YouTube and then just, you know, let this play. Because, like, you don't watch it anyway. So, like, just create a YouTube channel. Just let these videos play and just chill, dude. Like, go out, you know, go to a party, have a drink at a bar or something, you know, have fun. Do you out in the real world, but do me at home by just leaving your YouTube on. Just set it on mute, set it and forget it. Just hit play all. Boom. Instantly done. No problem, my guy. Like, I would do that for you guys. I would do that for you guys. Don't judge me. It's all about real friends. I saw this post one time that was like, someone complaining about like, oh, you're not a real friend. Like, where were you when I only had four viewers and things like that? And you know, the guy's like, oh, he's like, well, I was the one that went and made those 4 accounts. And he's like, oh, you do love me. Like, I don't know, it was weird, but it was cool. It made sense to me. Like, where's my friend that makes four different accounts so that they can view my thing 4 different times? And I'm laughing because someone else just came in and they were probably like, this dude's fucking nuts. They just left. If you have not figured out yet, this channel is not for children, guys. If you're a child, get off my channel. Or at least get your parents' permission. You need parental guidance because I say the F word a lot. I also say shit and balls and things. Sometimes I say shitty balls. I mean, I've never had any shitty balls because I don't shit on my balls. That's kind of weird. But I'm sure someone out there somewhere has. Like, I don't think it'd be a thing if no one's ever shit on their balls. Like, you think people just took 2 words together and said, ah, shitty balls. No, every word that's ever been invented comes from something. Like shit balls. Someone shit on their balls. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Patent pending, guys. You can't take my shitty balls quote. Anyway, back to games. So fast-paced games. One of the games that I actually liked quite a bit, but I got out of it once my friend got out of it, was The Crew. It was a really good racing game. Multiplayer online. In fact, I liked The Crew 1 better than I liked The Crew 2. The Crew 1 had races. And I'm not exaggerating, guys. If you guys don't know about this game, if you've never heard of what The Crew is, go check it out. Specifically, The Crew 1. So this game had races in it that were hours long. And I'm not exaggerating. I mean, the race literally said, hey, this race is going to be 3 hours. I remember one time, like, me and my friend both had off work. And he's like, hey, man, he's like, what are you trying to get into? And I was like, hey, man, let's go do some racing. And he's like, all right. So he picked this race, and like we were racing for like an hour. And I'm like, man, how long is this race? We were like less than halfway through it. He started laughing. He's like, man, it says this race is like 3 hours. And the crazy thing is, like, it was me, him, and like 6 other people. And like people were just quitting left and right. I think me and him came in like first and second, but it was just hilarious because, I mean, we literally sat there the entire 6 hours. And you know what? I liked it. Like, it was I was gonna say relaxing, but that's not the word. It was I don't want to say comforting either. What's a good word that basically means relaxing and comforting at the same time? Like it was comfortable. Like it was my style of gaming. Like we were literally like we were having fun. It was fast paced, like hitting the turns and everything like that, dodging the other cars because people would try to spin you out and everything. But at the same time, I mean, it was constant entertainment for those hours, those 3 hours that we were racing for, and it was absolutely amazing. I think they had ones in there that were like 8 hours and things like that, and then when they made the Crew 2, they kind of took all that stuff out. They still had some pretty long races. I think they still do, but the first one I think was so much better just because it had those long races. It wasn't it wasn't nothing but those long races. I mean, you could pick ones that were like 15, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, things like that. 10 minutes. I think the smallest one I've seen was probably 10 minutes. So I mean, they add their other races and everything, but I mean, the ones that were hours long, they were awesome to me. I enjoyed it. But like I said, I got out of that game when he stopped playing. So, but I like multiplayer games. Multiplayer games in general are fun for me. Warframe is another good one. I wouldn't really call it fast-paced. It can be fast-paced, but I think it just depends on how you play it because you can do slow pace in that game and still beat it. But most of the time, the game itself can be fast-paced because a lot of it can be like melee or gunfire, things like that, and the way you can move in the game can be extremely fast-paced, so people are constantly moving in that one. But it can be slow. Like, you can still do everything slow, unless it's like a time trial or something like that. What else? I mean, you guys have seen me play Ark, but Ark is kind of like this. It's like Minecraft-ish. No Man's Sky, but I would say that's kind of like this too. Like, I wouldn't say that that is a fast-paced game. Let me see. The ones that have a mixture of both, like fast-paced and slow-paced, like the Dragon Ball game, whether it's Dragon Ball Kakarot, Dragon Ball Xenoverse, both of those are good. When you get into a fight, it instantly becomes extremely fast-paced. The teleporting behind another character and hitting them just by using your abilities and stuff like that. That's absolutely amazing. I'm glad that they put that into a game. But then like the open world part of the game where you can just kind of fly around, do your own thing, collect coins in Dragon Ball Kakarot, or you can just go and like do like story missions in Xenoverse. Like, those things are absolutely amazing to me. The slowdown and then the fast pace if you want it. Like, I like that. And then of course that is a fighting game, or both of them are. But I don't know, I wouldn't really call them fighting games. I would call them more adventure games. The fighting is definitely there, but it's not. Ooh, I can't really say that either. I was gonna say it's not based around the fighting, but it's Dragon Ball. It kind of is based around the fighting. It's just not. It's not like Dragon Ball Fighters or Fighter Z, whatever you want to call it. It's not like Street Fighter, things like that. It's just, it can be a fighting game, but it's not strictly fighting. I don't know how to describe that. What else? What else? There's the other one that I've been playing, the Genesis Alpha 1. If you guys have not checked out that game, please go do so. I really wish that No Man's Sky or some other type of space game would introduce that style into a multiplayer style. That is by far one of the best games I've ever played on PlayStation. My favorite game is still Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, but Genesis Alpha 1, I actually stumbled across that one when I was looking on, I think it was Facebook, and I was just like, hey, anybody know any good games, things like that, and I ended up joining all these different social groups that were talking about PlayStation games, everything else, and I didn't always post that question, but a lot of other people would, and I would go and I would read like games that people were suggesting, and someone said, hey, what's a really good game, one that's like underrated, it's like a hidden gem, blah blah blah. And anytime I seen a post like that, there was this one guy, I don't even know who this guy is. There was literally this one guy that was always saying, hey, Genesis Alpha 1, check it out, it's a great game. And I was like, man, this guy doesn't give up. And I never even looked at the game. Finally, I would say probably about a year later after seeing it for the first time, after seeing that guy post it for the first time, I was like, you know what? Like, I got extra money. Even if it's a bad game, I'm gonna go check it out. So I buy Genesis Alpha 1, I download it. That game is absolutely amazing. So it's basically a space survival game that's um, it's kind of strategic because you can build your own base, which your base is technically your ship, and then your ship can actually get invaded. You can actually do invadings of other ships, but you can go from like sky view when you're building your ship down to like first person of actually being inside the ship and killing aliens. You can go down to planets. You can make clones, basically have your own crew. You can tell the crew what to do. You can have them work at different workstations. Like if they could make a game like that, that was, and I don't even care if they split it up to where instead of it being your crew, it's people that you're playing with. Of course, at that point, it would depend on their cooperation and stuff. But like if they could take the aspects out of that game and put it into a multiplayer game, I think that would be absolutely amazing. I mean, there's parts in that game where sometimes your ship gets infected with stuff that you're getting from the planets, and you can have it to where your personnel, the AI, they get infected. They can have like, or like just infections in their system, and like immediately if someone gets sick in that game, they go back to the quarters to until they recover. Well, when they're going back to the quarters, if they have like eggs in their system and they're coughing and stuff like that, they can actually cough out those eggs throughout your ship, and your ship can eventually get like an infection growing on it. And it's like mold basically, but it can like get an infection growing on it, and then like if you leave that mold going for too long without actually paying attention to it, eventually it'll hatch, it'll turn into aliens itself, and I don't know, it's absolutely amazing, guys. I recently beat it. It's been a long while since I played that game, but I recently actually did a colonization, because that's the whole point of the game, is you make enough clones to go and colonize a new planet. I finally did that, and there is actually a boss fight in that game, which I had no idea about until I actually went and did that. So and that was also on a live, so if you guys are looking for that video, make sure you guys go and check out the other lives, because I don't know if I actually have it set to where it'll be in with the playlist. I should probably go back and sort all of my lives, because I don't know if I've ever done that. So, might be why you guys are missing some of the videos. Like this one, if you never come across it, it's because it's going to be classified as a live. I don't know if it'll actually show up under the Minecraft part. So, unless you're stopping by now, then obviously you guys know about it, but... Alright, and then technically, I can fill in that bottom row, which I could even do the top here, but we're going to leave that for now. Honestly, I can't think of any other fast-paced game. I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man. For some reason, I could not get into the Spider-Man game, yet I bought Spider-Man. I bought the Miles Morales one. Never even played the Miles Morales one. I heard it's better than the Spider-Man one, but I want to finish Spider-Man before finishing, or before even starting the Miles Morales. And then a game like Doom. I love Doom. Played the original versions of Doom and everything like that. Hard for me to stay into the game though. I think I even have a playlist on the channel for Doom. And we played maybe the first 2-3 maps, something like that, and then never continued it. But I mean, there's a lot of games out there that I would like to play, but at the same time, some of those games are strictly Xbox games, which I don't like Xbox. But hear me out, guys. I'm not trying to be a PlayStation fanboy. The only reason I don't like Xbox is because I have no friends on there. All the friends that I do play with are on PlayStation, but at the same time, like, I have nothing against Xbox. I'm not saying it's horrible or anything like that. The only thing that I've noticed for me, and this is a personal preference, probably because I have small hands, but as a personal preference, the Xbox controllers, I don't like them. I don't like the way they're built. I don't like that the joysticks aren't symmetrical to each other. Like, one's on the top left, the other one's on the bottom right. I don't know why they did that. To me, that's just weird. Like I said, nothing against it. I'm sure people actually love that, but I don't. And I know that there's controls you can buy that makes that interchangeable. But I recently found out with the newest Xbox and the PS5, you can actually interchange the controllers. Like, I can actually use my PS5 controller on an Xbox console. And I even bought the Wingman for it. That was because I planned on buying an Xbox, which I have not done yet. But I am looking at buying an Xbox because I'm interested in playing the Sea of Thieves, among other games. I mean, Gears of War is fun. I played that with a friend before on their Xbox. I know I said I don't have any friends on Xbox. I don't have any friends that play on Xbox exclusively, put it that way. Most of what they do play is on PlayStation. If I come across someone who does have an Xbox, it's only because they recently got one or something along those lines. But most of my friends exclusively play PlayStation. So, that's what I meant by that. But yes, I have played older games as well, like Halo. Obviously, love the Halo series. Have not played all of them. I played Halo 2 and 3. I don't even think I played the first one. But 2 and 3 was actually very fun. We actually did a competition while I was in Iraq with Halo 3, and me and one of my friends actually won. And we had a really good time with it. Me and one other guy both had the energy sword, and we clashed, I want to say 6 or 7 times, and that is not me exaggerating. We clashed with those energy swords that many times, and we eventually both backed off at the same time. And eventually he went to get a shotgun, and that was a huge mistake for him because even though people can kill you with a shotgun, even while you have the energy sword, I was just better with the energy sword than he was with the shotgun, and it did not work out for him. So we ended up winning. Because that was pretty much the final kill there. So that was very fun though. But yeah, Sea of Thieves I'm looking forward to playing. And then there's other games on there that I would like to play that look fun, but and I don't think they're ever coming to PlayStation, like the game Grounded. Grounded looks absolutely amazing. I know they're coming out, well, I think technically it's already, maybe even on Xbox, but I know it's already on PC. Small Lands, I know that game's already out. Like I said, I think only on PC though. But Small Lands is pretty much like Grounded, except from my understanding it's going to be better, or it is better. The world's bigger. The things that you can do are better. So I've been looking forward to that game. As soon as I found out about that game, I started following it. Applied for beta testing, all that stuff. For Small Grounds, not... or Small Lands, not the other one. Sorry, I had to cough again. But yeah, so games like that, I mean, I am looking forward to getting an Xbox. Eventually I'll get one, I just don't know when it's going to happen. Not sure if it's really going to matter on the stream picking up or not. But hopefully sooner than later. I mean, I like playing video games no matter what. Like I said, it doesn't really matter which console. I have a preference, so just as anyone else. What else? Trying to think. There's been something I've been playing quite a bit on, well, I mean, I guess that's been on PC, though. I got back into, for those of you who have not watched the channel, if you've just come across this, this individual video, I got back into World of Warcraft quite a bit. Got me a level 80. I play Classic on Wrath of the Lich King. Got back into it. I have an 80 that's a druid. I have a 76, also a druid. And believe it or not, guys, guess what else I was thinking of making? That's right, another druid. So, I know you're like, well, why do you have all those druids? Druids are awesome, guys. I don't care what you say. You know, everybody has their own personal preference on what class they want to play and everything. I like druids. I can't help it. They can pretty much do anything. You can go tank with a bear. You can do feral DPS with a cat. You can do range DPS with a boomkin. You can do healing with the Tree of Life. Like, you name it, you can pretty much do it. So that's why I do it. Excuse me. But at the same time, what's it called? The only reason I'm doing all of the different, or not classes, but all of the multiple druids, it's not even because I want to play different druids. Did you guys hear that? It's not even because I want to play different druids and all that, because right now they're all DPS anyway. It's mainly for the professions. So right now my main that is level 80, he is a miner and a jewel crafter. My secondary one, which was technically originally my main on a different server, but then I leveled one to 80, so that's my new main. And then that one, I'm leveling to 80. That's the one that's a 74, 76, whatever right now. That one is probably going to end up being my main again, just because with that one, I can do more DPS because it is a Skinner and Leatherworker. And the passives that come with that are absolutely ridiculous. You get the anatomy thing and the crit thing and all that. So I think the mining gives you like extra stamina, so that would be more for like a tank. I don't remember what the jewel crafting does for the passive anyway. I know you can do extra jewels and stuff, but I mean that's only going to be for that one character. But the skinning and the leatherworking alone both give you like crit and something else. Crit and yeah, I can't remember. I don't know. Maybe agility, probably not. But yeah, they give you really good passives, especially for someone who's going to be DPS or whatever. So I like that. I will probably end up making that one my main just because overall it will be putting out more DPS. The other day I got into it with a guy. I feel kind of bad just because, like, I don't normally troll people, but, like, if you're going to be a dick in chat, like, I'm going to be a dick to you, too. Which, I can't really say he was being a dick, per se. He was being rude, though. So, he came in, we were in Hellfire Peninsula, and I was just there. For those of you that don't know, Hellfire Peninsula, that is a level 70 area. He was there, and he's level 80. And I was just there with my 76. And I just came to capture some towers, which just gives you a little bit of XP, and it gives you some honor, which honor you can use to buy gear, things like that. So he comes over there, and he's level 80, and he's like, hey, are there any horde in the area, which is the opposite faction, for those of you that don't know. So I was just curious, and in chat I'm like, hey man, like, why are you level 80 looking for horde in this area? Like, did someone like camp you, or like what happened? And he started being all rude, and he's like, well, what business is it of yours? And I was like, it's not. I was like, you know, I'm just curious because, you know, if I see the specific guy, I'll let you know. But, like, if you're just killing lobies because you can't hack it, like, that's on you. So he got all mad because I told him that. And he's like, well, what's your gear score and this and that? And I was like, whatever. And I was on my lower level character. And he's like, why don't you go get your main? He's like, I'll beat your main. Like, I love PvP in the game, but I'm not good at it. So there's no way I'm going to challenge this guy. Even if has worse gear than me, he'd probably win. Just because, like I said, I'm not good at the game. So I'm not trying to start anything. I'm not trying to talk shit, anything like that. But I ended up talking shit because of how much of a dick he was. So I was like, no, man. I was like, this is my main. I was like, you know, I'm only level 74. At the time, I was level 74, which, like I said, I think it's 76 now. And he's like, oh, he goes, so it doesn't even matter. He's like, well, I'm done with this conversation. He's like, if you only have a main that's level 74, he's like, you're probably trash anyway. And I was like, well, I was like, they still didn't answer my question as to why a level 80 is looking for low level horde. I was like, clearly you can't kill someone your own level, so you're over here trying to, you know, take advantage of all the low levels on the other faction. This guy got so mad, he started telling me that he was 3v1ing people and this and that, and I told him, I was like, well, hey, I was like, if you have no problem killing people, I was like, there's a level 80 rogue over here, which there was. The guy had literally just shown up in the middle of our conversation. It was a horde level 80 rogue, and the guy that I was talking to that was on my faction was a priest. And I know that if you guys don't play World of Warcraft, none of this means anything to you guys. But if you're hearing the story, you'll kind of get what's going on if you guys stay listening. You don't have to, though, obviously. But anyway, so I told him, I was like, hey, man, I was like, just so you know, there's level 80 rogue over here. And he's like, oh, he's like, I already killed him. And I was like, did you? I was like, because he just showed up. He's like, yeah, he's like the 3v1 I was telling you about. He's like, it was a rogue, it was this person. He's like, I bet the name is this. And he like typed out some random name. And I was like, no, I was like, his name is, it was like Ashner. It was like Ashner. And he's like, oh no, he goes, that's a different one. I was like, well, I was like, you wanted, a horde or whatever to go and kill. I was like, there you go. He's like, all right, I'll be over there in a second. And one of the things about druids, which is my class, is we can shapeshift. So I was flying above the rogue, just watching, in like a bird form. So I'm just flying up there, just watching. The dude never showed up. And then he had the audacity to be like, oh, I just went over there and I killed him. I'm like, no, you didn't. He's like, yeah, I did. He's like, just because you weren't there doesn't mean anything. I'm like, dude, I was like, I'm still right here above the guy. He hasn't moved. And then as I said that, then he showed up. And the rogue moved to a different area, kind of flew away or whatever, went to a different area. And he followed him. He didn't attack him right away or whatever. But then when he did start attacking, the rogue did run from him. I will give him that. You know, the rogue took off. He didn't fight back or anything like that. And the guy types in chat, and I was still above them the entire time. But the guy types in chat, he's like, hey man, he's like, I killed that rogue. And I was like, oh yeah? I was like, how come I just seen him fly off? And he's like, oh, he died in the air. I was like, what do you mean he died in the air? And he's like, oh, he's like, my 35k damage dots took him out. And I was like, really? I was like, how come I don't see his dead body anywhere? I was like, and he just flew off. And he's like, you say my 35k dot damage can't kill him? And if you guys don't know what a dot is something that you put on a character that does damage over time. That's why it's called a dot, D-O-T, damage over time. But anyway, he's like, yeah, he's like, I put dots on him. He took off and then he died in the air. And I was like, that's interesting. I was like, because I followed him, which I did. I followed the rogue. I was like, that's interesting because I followed him. He never died. I was like, he landed, he healed up. I was like, and he took off. And he's like, no, man. He's like, he died. He's like, why are you trying to call me out? And I was like, I'm not trying to call you out. I was like, I'm just saying you're not telling the truth. I was like, it's not my fault that you're, trying to lie about it. I was like, why are you trying to lie about it? And he's like, whatever, man. He's like, I killed him. And I was like, why don't you show me where his bones are? And he never said anything because when you kill someone from the opposite faction, their bones stay on the ground. And he never said anything back. And I was like, all right, whatever, like I'm done with this area. So I start to take off or whatever. And this guy like tries sending me an invite to his party. And I message him just in open chat again, like to where everyone can see it. And I was like, hey man, I was like, if you don't want to, tell the truth and stuff, like I don't care, but also like we're not friends, don't invite me. Like I don't know you like that. And he never said anything. He just sent me another invite, and I'm like, this guy. So I didn't say anything. I just ignored the request, just didn't accept it or whatever, and just left it like that. And then I seen the rogue again, and I was like, hey man, I was like, this rogue's back over here. I was like, he has a DK with him this time, which a DK is a Death Knight, and they were both level 80. And he's like, oh, he's like, are they still in that same area? I was like, yeah. I was like, they're still in the same area where you attacked them the first time. He's like, all right, I'm gonna go kill him again. I'm like, all right, cool. He goes, why don't you come and watch? He's like, I'll invite you to the party. And I was like, dude, you've been trying to invite me. I was like, I've been above them the whole time. I was like, I'll know if you kill them. You can see me up in the air. He's like, okay. So he goes over there. Immediately, he died. The rogue didn't die. The DK didn't die. He died. And I called him out. I was like, did you kill them again? And he didn't say anything. And I was like, because on my screen, I just see her body laying there. I was like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I was like, but I thought you said you killed them before. You said you did a 3v1 and, that you had no problem taking out other ones. I was like, how come you can't kill these ones? And he still didn't say anything. And then he comes back and he had another druid with him. Not me, but, clearly someone else, like another same class as me, but just another guy. And the other guy was healing him while he was killing them. And he still died again. This guy died like how many times was it? I want to say it was like 4 or 5 times, and he never said anything in chat again. And I called him out. Like I said, I don't normally troll, but it was just funny because the whole situation, how he was talking all that shit. So I don't normally troll, but I just called him out, and I was like, hey man, I was like, it's interesting how you were saying that you were killing these guys. I was like, but I've seen you die every single time. I was like, what's going on? And he's like, oh, he's like, I've just been messing around with them. I'm like, no, you haven't, dude. You haven't killed them once. And he's like, oh yeah, watch this. And he comes back and he finally killed them. But it was extremely close. And the only reason that he stayed alive is because my class, which the guy he was running with was, and like, even at the end when he killed them both, he still died by a DOT that they put on him, like a damage over time. So he's like, how about that? And I was like, dude, I was like, you said that you did a 3v1 before. I was like, there was only two of them. I was like, you still died. I was like, and you had heals. He's like, yeah, but I killed them. I'm like, that's not the same thing, dude. I was like, this whole time I've been telling you that you've been dying and everything else. You claim that you were over there, you know, joking around and this and that. I was like, but you can't even kill them and stay alive even with a healer. Like, I don't know. I was laughing about it, but it was just a really funny situation, I guess. Good times, guys. Good times. I know a lot of you guys are like, what was the point of the story? I don't know, man. Like, I'm just ranting. I'm just ow. I'm just doing me, you know, just playing the game, just doing whatever. I might actually play. Ooh, do I have to download it? I don't know if I have it downloaded. I might actually play some Dragon Ball Kakarot. I don't know if I have it downloaded though. I've been wanting to get back into it. I did one episode on that game, and it was basically the tutorial, and I was like, all right, we'll come back to this game, and I never did. I love the Dragon Ball series. Dragon Ball Z series, I should say, because I don't like GT or anything like that. Not that there's anything wrong with it, it's just not for me. I liked the GT series better than any of the other ones, which if you're a Dragon Ball fan, you know what I'm talking about. If not, then you have no clue what I'm talking about, but that's okay. Google's your best friend. Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT. There's a regular Dragon Ball, but I didn't like that one either. The only one I really liked was GT, or was Z, Dragon Ball Z. And then now they have Dragon Ball Super, which the movie was okay. I guess the shows are too, of Super. I haven't seen all of them though. Saw the movie, Dragon Ball Super the movie, but not the, not so much the show. Which, I don't know if there's really a difference in there. But we might end up doing some of that too. Not sure yet. Hi, person that just came in. How are you doing today? You having a good day? Good weekend? Living it up? It's almost nighttime. I should probably go... Oh, I just hit that cow. I should probably go sleep. Oh, the person left. They didn't say anything. I keep thinking maybe my mic's muted or something, but I don't think it is. I tested it before I got on. They're like, this guy ain't talking. You know, if this whole video has no audio in it, I'm gonna be super pissed because I've talked about so much shit, guys. Talked about them shitty balls, everything else. Yeah, you guys know. Well, if my audio is not muted, you know. Oh, I just heard a skeleton. Why did I just hear a skeleton? It must have been just my imagination. You guys think I should go on American Idol? I can play some Smokey Robinson. Was it Cruising? I think Smokey Robinson sings that. I don't know. I feel kind of bad now. Smokey's my guy, or used to be. Hi, person that came in. How's your day going? You having an awesome, amazing weekend right now? I am. I've just been talking to myself this whole time. It's been absolutely wonderful. Alright, well. I tried. I tried. Oh, another level. Should probably clear out this corner. Let's do that. Let's get this corner. At least with the dirt anyway. Not the trees. We're not going to mess with the trees. Not right now. We'll come back to the trees. Which, once again, it's kind of dumb to leave the trees because that's just going to be something I'm going to end up cutting down later. Which means if it's too high, like the top of that one might be, not like right here obviously, but up in there might be too high. Which means I'll have to throw dirt down just to get back to that level, but whatever. I'm always second doing stuff anyway. Oh, hi! Oh, I'm sorry, my chat's on another screen. So I'm just digging out all this dirt because I'm making a village on the first map. So this is the edge, like this line right here is the edge of the first map. So I'm literally just flattening it all out to the level that we're on, which is level 63, which is right above the water. So, and then all this right here was cobblestone. And I dug it all up, so I'm going to refill that back in with dirt. But I'm short on dirt, so I figured I would go back and get all the dirt. But yeah, you're like the 6th, 7th person that stopped in, but you actually said hi back, so thank you. I appreciate you. And I know you're a subscriber, so thank you for that too. How's life? How are the kids? Yeah, I don't know why. Not always. I mean, I didn't used to. I didn't used to make my own village, but I learned over time it's a lot easier just because you have more control over who the villagers are. Like, you can turn them into librarians and everything like that, which you can do it in a normal village too. What I used to do is I used to just go and find a village. And I would just turn that into my starter area. But with this one, because it's a new map, make it the center of the map like we were talking about. So like that right there is my main building. And then all around the edges, I plan on building a village going outward. Eventually I want to do the whole first map, which I don't mean just this map. I mean, like, I don't know if you've seen my other video. I think you did. In my map room on the other video, how I had the maps on the wall. So you can do 3 rows of 3 maps. Those 3 rows on the very zoomed in map, which would be this one. But the 3 row, or the 9 rows, I guess, because it's 3, 3, and 3. The 9 rows, I want to turn that entire thing into a village. But it's kind of mixed at the moment, the reason why I do the whole turn it into my own village, because like right now I fill in like all this water just because I don't want that much water on the map. So like even over here, if you look, I've been filling in all of this. I did use a lot of sand and gravel here just because it falls, so it's easy to just kind of throw it down in there. There's actually is. There are, I want to say it's close to like 15 different types of villagers now. This game, from when I first started, has evolved so much. There's still stuff in this game now, not even counting the last update. There's There's stuff in this game that I don't even remember them putting in, but it's absolutely amazing how far they've came with this game, which I'll show you in just a second. So the way that you can tell the different types of villagers is by these blocks here. Not the crafting table, but any type of block that is not a crafting table but still has some type of thing to it. So like the cartography one here, if you make a villager and he claims a bed that's next to this table, it will turn him into a cartographer. So if we look here and you look at, is it this one? I don't think it's this one. Is it here? Do I have it turned off? There we go. Okay, so all of these here, well, not all of them. So, not the crafting table. You can get a cartographer. You can get a Fletcher. You can get a Smith. Can't do a beehive. Furnace doesn't matter. Blast furnace, I think, turns him into an armorer. Smoker turns him into, I think, a butcher. Respawn anchors, nothing. If you use a brew stand, they turn into a cleric. Anvil does nothing. The grindstone, I think, turns them into a weaponsmith. Enchantment table does nothing. That does nothing. Nothing. The lectern turns them into a librarian. Composter, I think, turns them into a farmer, if I remember correctly. There's more. Stonecutter, I think, turns him into a stonemason. What else have we got in here? The loom turns him into a shepherd, if I remember correctly. That does nothing. Dropper, dispenser does nothing. None of those do anything. I know I'm missing some. Are they in the other ones, maybe? I wish they had like a specific spot for just those blocks. Maybe I did cover them all. That's nothing. Yeah, I think I covered them all. I don't know. The one that's the most important to me is that what's it called? The librarian, which you need the lectern. Just because he can give you pre-enchanted books and stuff. Yeah, you can make all of these. Like, a lot of these are new, though, so from, like, the old Minecraft, like, back when you had just this type of thing, and you had to know, like, how the layout was, so for, like, a pickaxe, you would have to do, like, one there, one there, one there. Or no, actually, it's not like that. I think it would go this way. And then you would need 2 sticks, if I remember correctly. Maybe not. Am I doing it wrong? What am I missing here? Is that not how it is anymore? There it is. So that's how you would do a pickaxe. Like now they just made it to where basically you can come in here and you can have your own pickaxe. Like it already shows the pattern for you and everything. And then you can click on this here to show just the things that you can make, which I don't know why it has all this, I guess because I have the stuff to make them, but just not on me. But yeah, there's a lot of different stuff you can do in this game now. Like even this here, you can have like an armor stand with armor on it. Like there's just so much different stuff you can do. And see if I can sleep yet. Not yet. There's a village. I'll show you what I mean by why I don't take over the villages anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with them. I don't have an issue with it, but there we go. But I'll show you what I mean though. So if we take off running, which that is the wrong way, if we take off running this way, If we grab some food on the way out, we'll take cooked mutton. So if we take off running this way, close my door behind me, close the fence. I have, I want to say 2 villages up in this area. Ooh, and I should have grabbed the other map. I have a different map that zooms out further. I don't think I'll get lost, so it'll be alright. Oh, I haven't made the roof yet. I was focusing on doing like all the torches and everything so that the zombies and creepers and stuff don't spawn in there. And then I don't have any more torches to put on the roof, because if I just make the roof, then they'll spawn on top since it'll be dark up there. So I just haven't thrown down the roof yet. Plus, I'm probably going to turn it into another floor as well. So, and I've been using, or I want to use that wood there, which I don't have much of it, so I don't have enough just yet. Yeah, see, and then like they even have like these patches. If you haven't played recently or anything like that, you probably don't even know about these patches. It's basically like a nether that's like half made. Which actually I forgot about those. There's like 3 or 4 on this map that I'll have to run around and find, so I can actually grab the extra obsidian to make the portal. Okay, I'm probably going too far out this side. Let's keep going this way. Yeah, but there's even bees in the game. Now, I don't know if you know about the bees. They're usually in fields like this where there's flowers all over. The bees don't really bother you unless you take their honey, but there's ways to do it without doing the thing. Without making them mad. I don't know why I said doing the thing. Yeah, they're basically nether runes. Yeah, so here's a village over here. So I'll show you what I mean by this one. I don't remember if this is one of the ones that's kind of messed up, though. Oh, look, there's a beehive right there. That white block that's hanging from that tree, that's a beehive. Why do they sound like that? But if you go and you try taking the honey from the beehive, the bees get mad. There's a certain way you can like smoke them out using a campfire so that they don't get mad at you. Yeah, so I think this is one of the messed up ones. There's like a big hole over here, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe? Oh, the iron golem just... Oh, no, he's back. Okay. Maybe this isn't one of the ones that's messed up. I got cats here, too. Yeah, so this one wouldn't technically be bad. And I mean, I still come over here and I'll take their stuff, but I don't take... Like, I don't take the blocks from them. The only thing I take is, like, when they have chests in here, in their buildings that have, like, pre-made stuff in them. I know one of these has it. I'll take their plants, too, which I've already taken those and replanted for them. I know one of these buildings have it. There's not one village I came across that didn't have anything at all. Oh, it's probably in here, the bigger building. Nope. No, I missed one too, though. I missed a couple, actually, back over this way. I think you can cook with honey. You can make a potion with the honey. You can make a honey block. There's some different stuff you can do with it. I don't remember exactly how much. There's so much to this game that I don't remember a lot of it, I'll be honest with you. That's why I kind of got back into it recently, because plus they just did a new update, so the new update, I want to know everything that is going on with it. How is there no... So anyway, I don't know where it's at, but anyway, normally they have at least one chest in one of these buildings. I'll at least come in here and I'll grab what's in the chest, and then the rest of the stuff I leave them with. And I'll take like at least one of their crops. So if they have potatoes, honey, carrots, even wheat, I'll take one of everything just so that I have a place to plant it. What I used to do is I will level out the entire village. Not like get rid of the buildings, but I'll level it to where it's all the same like ground level. And then from there I'll fence it off and I'll do all that stuff. But the reason why I started making my own village is because of things like this, where this building is way up here and that building is way down there. in order for me to make those the same height, I either need to add like 3 stories to that building going down and level that out, or add like take off the roof of that and add more going up because I want it to be all on the same level. So it just got really annoying doing it that way. So now I pretty much make my own, but I start off by leveling the place first and then I go that way as far as you know, making all the buildings the same height at that point. But then you also run into villages. I think the other one is over this way. I'll show you the other one. You also run into villages that have like a big crevice basically going through the middle of it, like a big cavern. And some of the villagers are dumb and they fall down in there, or if you have like a river or something there and the villagers are dumb that way too, they'll just jump in the river and they won't know how to get out, so they'll end up drowning and you'll lose villagers. So all the dumb things like that, like I don't like messing with the villagers, at least until I have it like closed off and stuff so that they're not just committing suicide basically. Oh, there's the other village over there. Oh, I don't know if this I don't know if this one has a crevice either. I know there's one. I have like 4 villages on this map, but they're all like pretty far away from where I'm building at. I know I've been to this one though because I did that little tower thing over there that's in the water. Oh, this one has the big waterfall thing. It actually looks really cool, and I would like to leave this one, but I think this is going to end up being engulfed in my village over there if I expand it far enough, so we'll see what happens with it. Oh, look, and they're already having little babies. So I think the big crevice thing is over here. Ooh, and they have lava here. Oh, it's not over here. I know I didn't fix it yet. Maybe it wasn't this one either. Plus it's on the other side, but I could have swore it'd be over here somewhere. But anyway, even things like this, like I would basically have to fill all that in before they stupidly fall into there and die, and I don't know. Villagers are just dumb. And I think it, oh, like that even. So that'd be a really easy spot for zombies to come up and kill them and everything. So I like to just make sure that I have it completely leveled out and blocked off and everything before they, before even getting villagers there. So yeah, that's why I do it myself. So there's a bee, and there's this little beehive. He just went back in it. Do they have honey? Yeah, so that right there, I don't know if you noticed on the other one, that yellow spot there, the yellow spot there, and the yellow spot there. When it's full of honey, it'll look like that. When the honey's not there, those spots will be black. And in order for you to get the honey without making the bees angry, you'd basically have to make one of... No, we just seen him a second ago. Where are they at? Going too fast. There's 2 different campfires. Why is it not showing all the stuff for me all of a sudden? Oh, it's because I'm not on the crafting table. Do I have wood on me? Yeah, I don't have wood on me. So if you click on the crafting table, there's campfires that you can make in there. If you put a campfire down, it lets off smoke, and eventually it'll smoke out the beehive. All the bees will come out, but they'll be docile. If I take the honey right now, I'm just making sure there's none out here. If I left click on it, no, so not left click. Maybe with my hand empty. Do I need shears maybe? I don't remember how to even get the honey out of it. Do I do it with something else? I think you might need shears or something. I don't remember how to get the honey out of it. I don't know, if you take the honey out of it though, the bees get very angry, their eyes will turn red and they'll start chasing you. And they chase you for pretty far too. But yeah, they look angry already, but their eyes are black right here. Like they eventually turn red if you take their honey. I don't know why it's not letting me take it though. I'm pretty sure all you do is left click on it. But we're gonna run over to this village and we're gonna sleep real quick. It's gonna mess up my spawn, but whatever. Yeah, I know for a fact you can do it with a glass bottle. I don't know if a bucket will work. I don't have glass on me. Oh, you know what? We can probably make some glass real quick. Let's go try it. And then that over there is a new biome. They got like little cherry bloom trees, which I haven't been over there yet, but from my understanding, the area, like it's just constantly has like little flower things. Uh, like it's snowing flowers all the time, basically. Like they're just constantly flowers falling. But I don't know what the use of those trees are for yet. I know they make pink wood though. The tree. I need a crafting table. I don't know if there should be one in the village. Actually, I don't even need a crafting table. I need a furnace to cook the glass. Oh, well, that's dumb. I don't know if a blast furnace will work, but I think one of these houses... Actually, there's a furnace right there. This one also has a chest in it. Yeah. So I normally take the stuff out of the chest. Let's throw that in there, and then I need something to cook it with. Really? How is there nothing around here? Yeah, I think it is just for different wood designs, but I think there's a use for the actual tree too. Like I don't know if it actually grows things on it. I mean, I'm sure there's flowers or something on it, but I don't know. Like I said, I haven't really been over there, which means I should probably go and loot that thing. Because there's been a chest at most of those too. That's another little nether ruin type thing. But yeah, and then also, if you didn't know, since you didn't know about half the other stuff, there's these things called elytras, I think is what they're called. Um, they basically let you fly in the game, and then you can use fireworks to kind of like power it. But I've never even messed with that because you have to go to the end where the dragon is, and then you have to steal from the we can use a glass bottle. um, you have to go to the end where the dragon is, and you have to go to the end city where all the endermen are, and you basically get the stuff there to be able to fly and everything. And then they have like all different kinds of chests, not just the end chests. So let's grab the bottle. Let's go show you some angry bees. So keep in mind, they also have not been attacking me or anything, and they have black eyes. Now, I don't know if they're being so far away, I don't know if they'll not get angry at me, but because this one's close, I know he will. So there we go. Yep, and he's angry, so are the ones behind him. And like I said, they will chase you kind of far. But as you can see, I have honey. Okay, you guys can stop now. But in the meantime, let's go check out the trees. There they go. They stopped. You can tame the bees too, though. You can in the my last city, I have a beehive in the city, and I constantly get honey from them. I have it to where it's already set up with like a campfire under it, so when you do that, the bees are more docile, just because, like I said, the smoke, I guess, calmed them down, which I guess is a thing in real life too for bee handlers. Like they smoke them out first to kind of calm the bees. What is that? Oh, it's just two donkeys. Oh, hello. I was going to try to jump that, but maybe not. Is there a chest over here? I don't see one. Ah, there is. So we got a little bit of iron. Some, was that flint? Ooh. Ooh. And since we're here, let's go ahead and grab. Ooh, you know what? Let's grab these. I don't know what that one is. I mean, it's still obsidian, but I don't know if you can use it to make a portal with it. We can try. See what it says it is. So we have obsidian and crying obsidian. Yeah, I don't know if you can do anything with that. Get rid of these extra blocks here so they don't burn me. I don't know if we can make the portals with these, but we'll take them. We might be able to. Like I said, I need a portal anyway. Whoops. Messed that all up. I think we only need 9. Can't remember. 4 on the bottom, 5 up the side, so 9 for one corner, and then 3, so that's 12 plus another 4, so 16? Question mark? I don't know. I mean, technically, we don't even need the corners. There we go. Okay, and then let's eat some of this. There we go. Alright, let's take a look at these trees, see what's going on with them. I'm assuming I can get seeds from these and replant them too. Oh, that's what they were talking about. Come on. Should start going by itself. Oh, there's a plant right there. Sweet. That's all I wanted. Just one. The rest I'm not going to need. And now it's nighttime. We should probably go sleep again. Yeah, they also have... So, like, with these types of villages, the whole reason that I make them level and everything is because, I don't know if you know that you can actually have raids on the villages now. Like, there's the villagers, and then there's bad ones that are called illagers, without the V, just like ILL, like ill, like sick. So they're called illagers, and the illagers will raid the villages, and they will destroy everyone in the village if you cannot rescue them. So if we're able to level it out first and then build defenses and then get our villagers, it just makes it a lot easier to be able to protect them. Currently in a village like this, the only way that I would be able to protect them is if I saw a zombie or something. I would come over here, I would hit this, like so. That was really loud, and all the villagers freak out and they all run inside. But of course, zombies and everything can still break doors and everything. And then this village does have a golem here to protect them, which I don't have iron on me. I think you can heal them when they're cracked like that by giving them actual iron ingots, but I don't have any ingots on me. Kind of want to look a little more over here since I haven't really explored over here too much. I don't have much more room. Don't need those. Oops. Don't need that. Really don't need the flowers either, but we'll keep them for the bees whenever I get bees. But yeah, I think there's supposed to be something else in this biome. I just don't remember what it is. I don't think it's the new creatures. There's new creatures in the game that are called sniffers, and they dig for you once you tame them. But I don't think they're just out in the wild. I think you might have to actually dig them up because they have, like, one of the things that they put in the newest update is archaeology. So you have to actually find like an archaeological site with like suspicious sand and suspicious gravel, and then you have to like craft a brush and you can actually dig stuff up, and I don't know. I haven't messed with any of that yet because I haven't found any of the stuff for it. Definitely a lot of flowers over here though. Let's go look at the cave. Oh, hello. That is not the type of cave I expected. That looks interesting over there. I don't want to fight skeletons. Really? It looked like it'd be open from this side. Wow. Yeah, this was, if I remember correctly, maybe not, but this was a previous update. They had a cave diving. I don't think it was called cave diving. It was just called like caves and something else. But they redid the entire underground to where the caves actually look like. So before, the bottom of the map used to be basically level 0. Now it goes all the way to like -64 or negative some other high number. I don't know. But they have like actual waterfalls and everything in the caves now and everything. So if I go deeper, you'll probably see like a waterfall down there and stuff like that. And oh, hi. Ow, I didn't think you could hit me from there. I hate skeletons. Such a pain in the butt. Yeah, and then they got this stuff here too. I don't know what these are called. Stalactites, stalagmites, whatever the things that hang from the ceilings here. They have that stuff. This is a deep cave too. The stuff that looks like bat guano. And that's the end of the road. We're not going further down because it looks like it's going to be hard to get back up. But yeah, I mean, they made these caves huge, though. There's a lot you can do underground now. There's also a newer boss down there. I was talking about it earlier. It's called like a warden. Which eventually I'll get around to showing him on the thing. But okay, I see your AFK thing. You probably already took off. That's okay. Ooh, did I just look at you? I did not. Hope I didn't. Guess I'll find out in a little bit if I did. And I need some of these trees. Walking in a winter wonderland. Come on, I just need one sapling. Give me a sapling. Sapling? Sapling? Whoops. Sapling? Sapling? No? Sapling? No? No sapling? I don't know what that sound was, but it didn't sound friendly. Oh, hi. Are you friendly? Are you friendly? I guess you are. You didn't attack. Polar bear, you friendly? I guess so. Okay. Just kind of snorted at me and ran off. Oh, I just need one sapling. Come on. I could use some berries too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. Do I have room? I don't have room for a sapling now. Let's get rid of the arrows. Oops. Arrows. There we go. Stick. I don't need a stick. I need a sapling. Excuse me, bear. Sapling, sapling. Come on, man. Do they not? Oh, sapling. Gimme. Did I get it? I did. Oh, I got 3. Okay, well. Been standing around for nothing. Oh, it's getting dark. It's not cool. It's not cool, man. I'm way outside of an area where I need to be. Oh, no, no, no. Not today. Winter is not coming. Nope, no winter here. Nope. 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 No, thank you. Hello. Hello, Mr. Creeper. Oh, I just saw a witch that went invisible. Enderman that's freaking out because of the rain. Couple creepers. I got zombies behind me. I'd rather not run in the water, but we're going to try to cut it short. Aw. There's the village. Ah. I knew that was coming as soon as I heard him. As soon as I heard him. Let's not run too close to the village so that they don't get attacked by zombies. Oh man, I really hope I didn't look at you, but I have a feeling I did, or you would not be spawning around like that. Even with the rain, you would have went straight to a cave or something, dude. Where am I? Way off the map. Get some food back so I can continue to run fast. Oh. Oh. No. No. That sounds so nasty. And the way the spiders run behind you. Oh, I see light over there. What is that? That's not my village. What is that? No, don't shoot me. What is that? Is it just lava? Oh, that might be another nether ruin thingy. It is. Did I know about this one? I don't know if I did. I'll have to find out. Oh, this is the one, yeah. This is the one I already showed you. Was there a chest at this one? I don't want to deal with spiders or anything right now. We'll leave it. Oh, and I passed my house. That's okay. We'll turn back in a second. There's my house. I see you. I'm coming. I'm coming home. Coming home. Tell the world there's Endermen all over. They should make it a thing. Ow. They should make it a thing where you have to get an, oh, what's it called? A creeper to blow up an Enderman. I don't think that's a thing. That should be a thing. Oh, we're back home. Some peace and quiet. And light everywhere. Nothing spawns in my house. Well, nothing except that stupid merchant. Who is more annoying than creepers, honestly. I saw him die. I know you guys saw it too. I know you saw it. You too. Hey, you stealing my dirt? Hey, you over there. You. Yeah, you stealing my dirt? Come on. Come on. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. Oh, I scared. I scared. Ow. Oh, oh. Oh, where you gonna shoot you? Where you gonna... Oh. I hit the wrong button. Man, you didn't even drop an ender pearl. That's dumb. You're the one I don't like. Ha! Ha! Ow. Ow. Oh, that's right. Let's drop off all of our stuff. Our stuff. Since we're full. So wood goes in here. Oops. Right, as I said, wood goes in there. I put dirt in. Is that it? Yep. And then crafted items go in here. You know what? That's technically food. Crafted items. Armor and weaponry going here. Stuff that grows going here. Food goes in here. Random crap goes in here. Iron should probably go with the iron, but we'll put it in here. Snow. Where do I want to put snow? I guess we can put that in here too. And we can put this in here. Oh, you know what? Forgot about these. That and that. Wait, no. Arrows goes over here. Yeah. And then, I guess we can just throw those in there because I don't have a place for obsidian yet. What else? What else? What else? I need to cook some food. Cook food. We're gonna cook everything that's not cooked. Well, raw food that's not cooked that doesn't have to be planted. Yeah. So put that in there. That can go in there. That can go in there. And that can go in there. Boom. Dunskies. Alright, and I think we're going to call it here, guys. Appreciate everyone who did stop by. Panabelle, if you, I think that's how you say your name. If you come back, and I am not streaming anymore. I might stream another game, but if you come back and I'm not streaming anymore, thank you for actually stopping by and having a conversation where other people just stopped by and then they left and didn't say anything, and it was kind of hurtful. But I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. Also, thank you for being a longtime subscriber. You were there in my first, like, 50, honestly. Probably even my first 20. So thank you for that. I appreciate you. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, anything you guys want to know about why I'm doing something a certain way, anything at all, let me know in the comment section. But that's going to be it for this one. Thank you all again, and I will see you guys in the next video.